Hi guys, right, well, let's get on with doing the paint chip effect. Okay, so I just need to focus the camera here. It's going to be a right bugger to do. Okay, so we have to look at areas on the armour where we know it'll be chipped. So, like this. So what I've done is I've mixed a skull white and also a sunburst yellow mix. And that is basically I don't know if you can see it on there, you should be able to, but it looks like an off-white kind of yellowy mix. So basically what we're doing is we're putting down the foundation for our chip paint. Now, like I said, you have to think about where this is. Oh, look at that, I just painted my thumb. We have to think about where this paint would chip and why. Okay, so if they're in the heat of battle, obviously there's going to be bullets, fragments, debris flying around all over the place, so and they're going to scuff up areas quite quickly, so like along the knuckles, trims where they, I don't know if you're getting this, trims where they scratch against stuff or rub up against stuff, you know, because they're going to be throwing themselves all over the place. And if you read the Pre-Heresy books, I mean, these guys really go for it, they don't mess around. Okay, so stuff like that. So don't be afraid. As I always say, I love using the word don't be afraid, but don't be, because you know there's so much you can do. So you know, look for areas where you think they're going to be scuffed. Now look, I've got a perfect area just there, which is a mould line that's cut across the armour, and it hasn't quite, oh, got a bit on there, that's the trouble using a big brush, hasn't quite moulded correctly, so we're going to use that because that's already pre-made for us. And we're going to play around here and just bring that round. Oh, I'm getting more paint on me than I am on the model at the moment. On there as well. So that's quite good. Let's look at areas here. On there, just down there, across the toe, which is always a good one. And on the other side we can do like a bit there and a bit there. Let's just bring that down there. And the knee pad I think is going to go black, so I'm not going to bother putting it on there. But let's look underneath, and let's do underneath there. So guys, if I bore you to death with this video, I do apologise, but these are the good bits. This is what I find exciting about painting, is doing all the weathering and the damages and stuff like that. I mean, you can just paint normally the you know, the everyday colours and stuff, but you don't get to do too much damage on it. Okay, right, here we go. So down the back of there, and this is like I like to call the butt guard or the bottom guard, because we're English. Or the arse, you could call it the arse guard, I don't know, whatever you like. Back of the legs, at the top where the hip joint is, just there, and you can bring that around in there as well. That's always a good place to do battle damage. Just around the back where the ankles are, back of the foot, because that's going to get some. So this is basically prepping ourselves for the other colours we're going to add into this. Okay, so up here you could actually do some battle damage on these, because that would actually look quite cool. And there, and there. Let's just bring that round there as well. Let's take that just round there. Okay, so we've done it for that model. You may not be able to see it too well, but it's definitely there. Okay, now we're going to do the same with the other model. Okay guys, so we're back. Now we're going to add We can just get this to focus. Our bolt gun metal. I do apologise if this goes out of focus here and there, as I'm trying to look for the camera and watch the paint job. Okay, so we're just bringing it up to the edge of our lighter colour. So you can see that just there like that. And you'll start to see why you paint a lighter colour underneath, because when you go out and you look at stuff that's chips, you see the lighter undercoat underneath, or the primer, and then you see the paint or the metal underneath that. God, you know, I'm having trouble speaking today, which is no good. Maybe it's because I woke up so early this morning, but I was excited about getting these videos done. So lots and lots to do today, and then I'm out to dinner for Chinese tonight with the missus, so I'm looking forward to that. It'd be nice to get out and have some dinner. Not that I don't eat, because I do, but it's nice just to go out every now and then for dinner. Okay, so let's just focus in on that. How are we doing? Right, now you can see the benefits there. Look at that, and that's looking really cool. I'm liking that. You're not painting over the top of the white, you're just doing it up to the edge. So you've got to leave, or the lighter colour, sorry, underneath, you've got to leave a lip to it. So let's just bring that round here. If I turn that round there so you can video that, see? So that's kind of nice. So you're bringing it up to the edge, you don't want to go too mad. Now, like I said in the last video that we did on the tanks, everybody's got their own way of doing it. This is just some of the ways that I know of doing paint chipping. You can do this on vehicles as well. I'm not the best person at this. There's so many better people out there, but all I'm doing is giving you the tools to go and do it yourself. Like so many people have done before me, I'm just showing you how you can do it, so you can go away and probably do a better job at it than I am at the moment, actually, to be fair. Okay, so we're getting there. We've put it across. Actually, it's looking quite nice. I'm quite enjoying this. Okay, so that's that there. Now, the great thing about this is you guys can do exactly the same thing, but I'm not going to do the other bolt gun metal damage on the other model. I'll do that off camera because I think you've seen it all now. There's no point going through the same thing. But when that's all dry, we're then going to wash this to give it a dirty battle look, because I kind of like that look, and it breaks up the whole of the yellow. You know, it's not a bad thing. It's a good thing at the end of the day. And on a different note, I'm kind of looking forward to this Pre-Heresy game, because it's with some of my favourite painters on YouTube. Marnius, Orc Painter Nerd, Thraxful, even Black Thunder Studios as well. And a few of my personal friends as well that I hang around with. Oops, don't want that to happen. Anyway, so look, there we go. You're getting what I mean. It's just adding sort of damage to it, basically. It just gives it that little bit more fluff to the figure. You know, these guys are hard ass. They're out there saving humanity from all kinds of Xenos. Their arm's going to be damaged to buggery. Hi guys, right, so we're now going to do the wash. Now I've already washed one. Let's have a bit of a zooming close up on that. So I want it to look dirty, I want his armour to look stained, I want him to look like he's been in a battle, and you know, you're going to have that sort of charred, dirty, smoke look sort of thing. So, oh, zoomed in and out, there we go. So yeah, so that's where I am with that at the moment. So I'm going to put him aside and leave him for the moment, and we're going to concentrate on washing the other guy with the red helmet and the white stripe. So in my mix I've done 50% Baddab Black and I've done 50% Devlin Mud, and I've just added maybe a drop or 2 drops of water just to loosen it up a bit. So I'm going to coat this entire model. Oh, what are you doing, Tempest Crusade? You've just completely covered him, you're saying to yourself right now. But that's what I want, okay? Because the only drawback I can see about using the spray that I just noticed earlier and on this model is that there's a film to it. And I'm talking about the base coat, okay? That I use, the Army Painter. There's a slight film to it which makes the ink run off it, so you really have to dab it in. But once you're in there, it's fine. So just sort of be warned and look out for that. I suppose that's why they created a dip, because you could just run it in, dip the whole thing in, and let it, you know, cover it. And we're painting this on because we want a bit more control over what we're doing. So you can see there where I've already coated that. Let's focus in on that. You can see where it's parting, so we just need to make sure that that goes over it. Let's cover that up. So it's quite difficult because I'm actually painting from one side, so I'm not actually sitting behind the camera painting it, I'm painting it at an angle, which makes it quite difficult to do, believe it or not. And I don't know if you just saw, Marnius has just posted up, Marnius Calgar, Augustus Calgar, sorry, has just posted up his Lunar Wolves, his Terminators, which look fantastic. So I've already invested in some Terminator shoulder pads that I found online. And I've got some jump packs coming on the way. Jet packs, jump packs, whatever they're called, on their way as well. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of assaulty and shooty squads. Okay, so we've covered that little fella as much as we can in our mix. Let's just make sure we get it all over the place, up in the grooves and stuff. And what we want to do is we want to get rid of some of this, but not too much of it. So let's put the brush back in the pot. Let's just focus on that for a second. Now, grab yourself a cotton bud. I don't know what you call them in the States or in Europe or Australia, but we call them cotton buds or earbuds. Grab one of those, and what you want to do is you just want to gently hold it against the model and suck up some of that excess that's building up. And the same down there, around there. Now, you're going to say to me, well, why did you cover it all in that? Well, it needed to be covered, but what I want to do is I want to have a bit more control of where all of this wash goes and where it builds up. So it's all about being in control. Whoa, listen to that. And what we want to make sure that we do is we take off a bit off the shoulder pad, and on that side as well. And you've noticed we've got a huge lump there, so let's get rid of that. So that was at the back, and we've got a bit of a lump there that we can suck up as well. Let's switch it over. Let's take that off as well. There we go, that's looking better. So yeah, we just want to make sure that we have a bit of control of where it's forming on the model, on the Mini, sorry, I do apologise. Let's put that down there. Let's grab another one. I always have a load of these handy because they're so useful, and you can use them for a lot of different things. Just think, last night I was sitting there thinking, what am I going to paint today? And here I am today doing these minis again. Right, so, oh, by the way, just so you know, I'm not going to be building these Primarchs to sell. Obviously I don't want to mess with any copyright infringements and stuff like that. These are purely for a game that we're running, the Primarchs. I'm not making any profit from them whatsoever. But you know, guys, if I'm doing them for you, feel free to give me your bits boxes. That always helps. Anyway, okay, so there we go. I'm liking the dirty look. You're going to be saying, oh, it's probably a bit too much, but bear with it because we're going to be doing some highlighting here and there and cleaning stuff up. Okay, so I'm going to go away now, and I'm actually going to have some breakfast and another cup of coffee. This is what we're looking at. We want to get it to, obviously, to this stage. So we just got to let it dry, and that's the benefit of washing. It takes, also not really a benefit, but it takes a bit of time to dry, and I don't want to use a hairdryer on it because it'll blow it all over the place. So I'll see you later on. Take care, guys.